Hi, everyone. Hello and welcome to A Course in Miracles 365, Awakening to Love. I'm Tomas Garza, your host, and I hope you're having a great weekend out there. Weekends are very fun times for us here in Phoenix, Arizona. We've got a pool, and we're just at the very end of the pool season. The nighttime and early morning temperatures are getting cooler, and we're right at the end of the usability, the comfortable usability of our pool, which we've been really taking advantage of for the last 5 months. It gets hot here in this part of the United States in the summertime, which for us is May, June, July, August, even into September. The water's still warm. So we're at the tail end of that. So we'll be spending some time in the pool, on the float, taking a dip. Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. So whatever you're doing, I hope you're enjoying yourself. And I thank you, as always, for tuning in to this live stream. Because, as always, it's like they say on airlines, we recognize that you have a choice when you fly, albeit really limited. It's still a choice. Yeah, I recognize that there are millions of YouTube channels. There are millions of Facebook channels, and you could be watching anything else. So thank you for tuning in here today. And as always, let's give some thought as you watch this. And it doesn't, by the way, make any difference whether you're catching me on the replay or whether you're watching right now live. It doesn't make any difference where you're from or what you're doing. There's a reason you're watching this. There's a reason that you're drawn to a Facebook page called Enlightened World Network. If you're familiar with the network, then you're familiar with the programming. This is just one of many really, really high quality and wonderful shows devoted to spirituality, devoted to metaphysics and the journey that we're all on. It's an opportunity to create some valuable community. And we've done just that here on this live stream, which has been running since January. So welcome. And I welcome your comments, questions. If you're watching here live, pop in, say hello. If you're catching the replay, pop in, say hello. The comment thread has been really, really valuable for a number of people here. And that's one of the benefits of going live, is that if something that I have to say, and by the way, I have very little idea what that's going to be right now. I've got a basic framework, and that's it. If something I say causes you to do some deep self-inquiry and you have a question, I'm here as a guide and as a resource to help you with that. This is what I do for work. I'm a spiritual coach and a teacher. So if you've got questions, I'll do what I can to answer them. Okay. So where we are today is we're moving forward in the course workbook. We're on lesson 169 today, and I want to spend a few minutes on some highlight points that are very powerful. Now, there are many, many things. The day's ideas are all 1 or 2 sentences. They're all very short. And one of, I'm certain, Jesus's purposes in this is to have something that is easily remembered, that we can easily light our distracted minds on and repeat. It's like an anchor in meditation or yoga practice, where it's there if we discover, and in this world, it's not an if, but a when, we discover we've become carried away. We've become distracted. And we remember, when we remember our anchor, then we can reconnect to the practice. We can reconnect to the experience of awakening, and we can reconnect to ourself. We can do this right here in the present moment. This is one of the reasons why these ideas are so succinct, they're so short, and really, they're quite memorable. Now, each idea is followed by several paragraphs of commentary. There is some explanation of the day's idea for us because we need to hear things dozens of different times in dozens of different ways. That's just the way we've set it all up as adult learners, isn't it? So there's that. And sometimes these concepts can be new to us. They can appear new, they can appear foreign to the ego, especially, which wants to resist and wants us to be highly skeptical and to doubt these ideas to our grave, literally. Yet there's a part of you that's not playing along with that. You're interested in spirituality. You've embarked, whatever it actually is, on a spiritual practice. You're curious. So this live stream is for you, whether you've been practicing and studying A Course in Miracles for 30 years, or whether you've never practiced and studied it, and everyone in between. Lesson 169 is, by grace I live, by grace I am released. Okay. By grace I live, by grace I am released. What we're talking about is the grace of God. So, what is the grace of God? It's a great question. It's a great question. The commentary answers that very, very poignantly for us and very directly as well. Grace is the acceptance of the love of God. It's the acceptance of the love of God. Capital L, love of God. It's accepting the truth of what is. Even in a world of chaos, even in a world of struggle and strife and economic competition, where our societies pit us against one another, where every single thing that appears to our senses speaks of opposition, contrast, different levels of experience, different gradations of experience. In truth, there's just oneness. It's the love of God. Grace is our accepting that, simply accepting it, even in this world of chaos, even in this world of struggle and strife and political unrest and a global pandemic where people are absolutely destroying each other and spreading hate on social media on every side. On every side. It's possible, nevertheless, despite the chaos that we seem to be enmeshed in and hopelessly involved in, it's possible for us to accept right now, in the present moment, the love of God. This is grace. We accept the love of God. We accept who we are. We accept oneness. Now, in paragraph 5 here, lesson 169, again, I'm talking about the commentary is, well, it's very, very direct and very poignant. And while words, which is what we're using to communicate with one another, I mean, you're getting a visual of what looks like a body named Tomas Garza. What's that really? I mean, really. Yeah. You see this, you hear the words. Reality is beyond words. Who we are is beyond words. It's beyond concepts. It's beyond bodies. It's beyond even this world itself. Can't even really be approached. It can't be thought of. It cannot be comprehended, thought of, and cogitated on by the intellectual mind. However, it can be experienced. It can be experienced. And this, you know that this can be experienced because whether you feel it right now in the moment or not, you have felt a stirring, an intuitive stirring, a heart stirring, a mental stirring, a questioning of everything that appears to be. At some point, you have asked yourself, is there more to it than this? And you've answered yourself, yes, there's gotta be. So let's seek the way home. Let's seek the way to love, back to ourself, to the reality of who we are. We live by the love of God. Why? We're the extension of God. We are God's love. In A Course in Miracles, there are two words that we use to state absolute truth, the truth of who we are, which of course is beyond words. But those two words are God is. God is, period. That's quite a statement in and of itself. Also implicit in that statement is the word only. Only God is. Nothing else is. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. This is the summary of A Course in Miracles. And this is oneness. God is, simply is. The grace of God is our accepting this. This is a decision that we have the opportunity to make right now in the present moment. In a world of sorrow and fear and apparent suffering and pain and illness, physical death, hatred, hate speech, oppressive governments, in the world that appears to be, we have the ability to choose. We have the ability to choose right now. It's our accepting of love, and not special love, as in romantic love with a boyfriend, girlfriend, weekend fling, even a spouse. It's love with a capital L. When we choose this, and we choose it yet again and again, something happens to us. And you may use different words and different practices to approach this, and that's absolutely fine. This is what all spirituality does. All world spiritual traditions converge. They only look different on the outside. They only appear to be different based on the region of the world where people appear to be practicing them. They're truly pointed at awakening, which is not limited to one tradition, happily. And I know that many of you may have been instructed otherwise growing up. I certainly was. I never bought that, by the way. It's just not the case. Spirituality is universal. And there's a reason you're watching Enlightened World Network. I invite you, as I did at the top of the show, to give some thought, to give some consideration about what that reason is. God simply is. This is oneness. What happens when you allow this and begin to have some experiences of this oneness, even a very small glimpse of this oneness? You return to the world changed, utterly transformed, a different person. In the language of the Course, you have a light that shines through you to all people. People can see it, they can feel it, they can pick up on it. And your job here is to teach, to extend love. You do not have to hold yourself out professionally as a teacher, as I do and as other people do. We have only to extend love. This is how in the giving that we receive. This is how we realize that we have this love. It has never left us. We share with others. Simply extend love. So simply love them. Not the special kind of love that's jealous and possessive and exclusive for one person or a small group of people only, but for everyone, for every living thing. Love with a capital L. It's who we are. By grace I live, by grace I am released. All right, guys. So if you're catching me on the replay, please feel welcome to pop in, say hello. I'll be back here on Monday with several lives during next week, and I hope that everybody has a great weekend. I'll catch you again